AM, New Zealand Standard Time, 18.7 degrees. Really, it hasn't moved in about 12 hours now. I've got to be honest with you, so it's kind of stagnant as far as challenging the weatherman. He was right. It's Wednesday, 19th of November, and I better do this. Really, I better do this. That's dear. That's right. There was just a phone call going on in the background, sort of distracting. Nice to have everybody on board this morning, and really pleased to have you, literally. But while you're there, if you're a new viewer, why not do this? Why not sub, thumb, bell? Bingo. Bell notifications when we have important people, much like today's feature artist, Suzi Kory is joining us out of Toronto. It must be getting cold over there by now. I must talk to her about that. Sub, why not subscribe? Become part of the family. We call it the noise here at Galaxy, simply because, well, we get all of you mail. We hear you. You're loud. You really are. And we take notice. Thummy think you know what to do with that, don't you? Get epileptic. Go on. In the meantime, let's kick the show off. Here's Suzi Kory. She's joining us live too, by the way. Here's Outlaw.
Well, hello, DJ Grant. How are you doing?
I'm sorry, Suzi, I didn't hear that.
Oh, I was saying, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm good.
I thought you wanted me to say something.
Yeah, not yet, believe me. We'll go live very shortly. Must be getting cold over there by now.
It is, but you can tell by what I'm wearing.
Exactly, right yeah, it kind of threw me.
I got my sweater here too, you know.
Fair enough. Because you guys have snow over that way around in the next few weeks, don't you?
Yeah, we already had one snowfall, but then it just melted. It doesn't stay around long.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it the OPP over there, the local police force?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, the OPP is the Ontario Provincial Police.
Yes, we know them well. We do. For about 10 years now, we've been calling out traffic reports for the 4Os. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, what happened was a truckie actually had an accident. He was listening to us on the internet thing, and a police sergeant took notice of it, gave us a call, and said, if one truckie's listening to you, how many more? I went, I wouldn't have a clue. And they said, well, if we send you police reports on what the status of the roads are, will you shout them out? And we absolutely. And we've been doing it ever since.
And, wow, that's crazy. What a small world.
Oh, I tell you what, the people from British Columbia got on the act too. You know, those guys that ride horses that don't ride horses anymore. Yeah. Those guys too. They went, well, hey, if the Oaks can do it, we can too. So, yeah, we've been sort of, you know, getting involved every now and again, dropping out a few hints and stuff like that. I hope we make a difference. I do. Lives are precious. So, what's, gosh, I'm going to get into a trap here. What sort of restaurant have you got?
It's a tapas-style restaurant. It's international cuisine. We do a lot of seafood, so if you like seafood, we got lots of it.
I'm a kind of steak, eggs, and chips kind of guy.
Are you? Okay.
I really am. Oh dear. Yes, I know. Okay, we've got about a minute to go.
Doing a radio interview here with New Zealand, so I joined in on a live. You guys can listen in. I'm just on TikTok. I have a TikTok live as well going on, so.
I kind of wondered.
Yeah, you see me saying hi every once in a while to some people.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today we're talking live to Kory. Suzi Kory. I'm getting all excited, I really am, coming out of Toronto. Suzi, welcome to Galaxy.
Hello, Grant. How are you?
Box of fluffies, really. I'm absolutely humbled to meet you and love Outlaw. Tell me a little bit about this.
About which one?
Outlaw. We opened up the show.
Outlaw.
Yeah, we opened up the show with Outlaw. Tell me all about this track.
Absolutely. Well, there's a funny story behind that one because I was on a trip going to LA and I was on a plane and I was sitting in business class because I got upgraded and I was so happy about that. And then I was talking to the flight attendant and we were talking about what I was going to do in LA. And I said to her, well, I'm going to shoot my first music video for a song called Blue Secret Garden. And then she said to me, well, you know who's sitting behind you? And I said, no. And she said, well, it's Billy Ray Cyrus, who, of course, is Miley Cyrus's dad, but had his own, very illustrious career in country music. And so she introduced us, and we ended up chatting. And after this chat, he ended up saying to me, you know what, you're a real outlaw. And that kind of stuck in my head, and that kind of inspired the song. So I thought, yeah, what a great title for a song. And thanks to Billy Ray Cyrus.
I love inspiration like that. I really, really do. And congratulations for meeting Billy. Is he as short as I thought he was?
No, he's taller than I am, and I'm quite tall.
Okay.
I'm about 5'7", so he's taller than me.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm 6'2", you see, so
oh, wow. Okay.
most things to me are short. Really. I live in the land of the giants sometimes, I really do. Of course, we're talking to Suzi Kory today, coming out of Toronto, and also, I got to give Chris Ferrer a big shout out from Space Angel Music Company. Does such a great job. He really, really does. And promoting Suzi, believe me, Suzi has become quite the artist here at Galaxy. Everybody wants her. They really, really do. And they are not shy about requesting music. They're really not. Believe me, you've got 1,219 requests for Outlaw. Believe me, it's not a bad start.
Wow.
I've got to be honest. But I do have to ask you, and as I said, I got a little voice in my head, and it's just saying to me right now, Diane, coming out of North Carolina, is asking Suzi, as a fan, how do we get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you a talker? But more importantly, do you respond?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm on all the social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, and it's Suzi Kory, SUZI-KORY. And you can also go to my website, SuziKory.com. So SUZIKORY.com.
Very, very cool. Now, I tell you what, I really want to get to the bottom of this. Please give me the skinny. A better man. What's up?
With what?
Well, a better man. Is there such a thing?
Sorry, I didn't hear the question.
A better man.
Uh-huh.
Is there such a thing?
So that story is a true story. A lot of my songs are, and that one was inspired by my producer. So him and I, we worked together. We've been working together since 2017, and he's quite a rock star, Brent Woods. He toured with, he had his own kind of rock band back in the 90s. They were signed to Capitol Records. They recorded in Eddie Van Halen's home. So they were on the rise, and then all of a sudden Nirvana and grunge came out, and his band got shelved. And so he ended up becoming a guitarist for Vince Neil of Motley Crue. And he toured a little bit with Motley Crue as well. He's worked with the guys from Kiss, with Taylor Hawkins, the late Taylor Hawkins from the Foo Fighters. So he's really lived kind of a rock star lifestyle, all about, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and a lot of girls. So this song was him just doing a 180, and turning his whole life around. And I was there to watch it as it was happening in real time. And I thought it was just incredible how a human being who's lived such a life that we can't even fathom, I'm nowhere near living that kind of life. And yet you come out of it, better than you were. So it was very inspiring, and that's where the song came from.
Absolutely fantastic. You're right here at Galaxy today, joined live by Suzi Kory. Here's a better man.
Grant, I'll be right back in just a second, okay? Thanks.
Oh, dear.
We're in a restaurant, guys.
We're in a restaurant. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was looking at the posters in the
Yeah.
background. They're fantastic, aren't they? Is that Bob Dylan?
Sure.
Kind of looks like Bob
We'll have to
Dylan in
ask.
his younger years.
Yeah, it sounds like nice food.
It does. It sounds popular too, even though there's nobody that we can see.
Oh,
Hello. I was just wondering, there's a poster behind you of three gentlemen eating. Is one of those
Yeah.
guys Bob Dylan?
No. Oh, you're right. It kind of looks like it.
Yeah.
There is some famous people, but no, that's actually just a family photo.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's
Yeah.
a cool photo. It really is. I like it. Really
Family
good.
restaurant, so a lot of the photos are family photos.
We're going to have to give a shout out for your restaurant too, by the way. We really are.
Sure.
How many countries are tuned in right now?
165.
165 countries tuned in. There's 165 countries tuned in.
Wow.
It's not bad.
Any Middle Eastern ones? Because I'm originally from Lebanon.
I know.
Oh, you do? And I speak some Arabic too.
You're excused. I speak Tadeo. Does that help?
No.
No? Do you know what Tadeo is?
No.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's native to New Zealand.
It's our indigenous folks, yes. The Maori here in New Zealand. They have their own language called Tadeo.
Yes.
So it would be remiss of me if I didn't speak Tadeo.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
I don't know if I told you in 2023, I was in New Zealand.
and we let you go?
I know, can you imagine?
No.
I tell 'em,
What was
I
she
went to
doing?
Waiheke Island and it was gorgeous.
Which one? Which island?
Waiheke Island?
Oh, yeah,
Waiheke.
I'm going.
Okay.
I'm going there for my
Up in
Christmas
Auckland.
food. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just when you I took a ferry from Auckland.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
I used to have a house over there.
What's that?
I used to have a house on Waiheke Island.
Was I?
I used to have a house.
Oh, you
On
used to
Waiheke.
have a house. Okay, wow.
Yeah, I'm
I-
And you
going
let it
there
go?
next
I've been-
month.
We all had
Yeah,
houses in
yeah, we
Auckland.
did.
Yeah,
We did.
and
The government asked us to leave, actually.
Oh, wow.
Oh, we got a fair price for it. I presume you went over on Fuller's. Fuller's ferries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they'd be the ones that would take you there.
Okay, great.
About 56 seconds. How many cities are tuned in?
Can you just do that?
No, that was countries. Other page. Next page.
6,491, 2,
93.
3.
6,493.
Yeah.
Okay. 6,493 cities tuned in.
Wow. Coming back on now. Oh, I'm so sorry about this. Why?
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. And, well, today, and believe me, I'm absolutely fascinated with this young lady who comes out of Toronto. It's getting a little cool over there, I've got to be honest. I'm sort of questioning the outfit, but, it must be warm there at least. Anyway, Suzi, it's an absolute pleasure to have you. Now, how long have you been an artist? How long have you been performing as a singer?
So my story is kind of a funny one because I started at the beginning of my 40s. And so it's been about 7 years now, not that long, but, long enough. And I started later in life, but I'm kind of the proof that, whatever you dream about or imagine doing in your life, there's no real too late, to start it. So I felt with my gut that I had to do this. It was a dream that had been there all along. And I said, I'm just going to do this. And, when I started, a lot of people thought I was crazy, but clearly I'm not, because here I am doing it and having a great time.
There's help for me yet. There really is. But I got to be honest with you. You see, I've been an engineer now for about 14 years, something years, and
Yeah.
I've had the privilege of working not only with some of the best artists in the world, but also working in some of the best recording studios in the world. Been a front of house and recording studio engineer for too many years now, to be honest. But for me, I have an ear for good music and good artists and good performers too, by the way. And with the amount of traffic that we get through here, we have to be very, very selective. Believe me, Barbara is very handy with that red pen, only because we've only got a certain amount of time and a weekend in a month to be able to do these interviews and to be able to promote. Really, we can't promote everybody, which we wish we could, but we only promote the best in the world. And I think, Suzi, that you're right there. And believe me, as an engineer, I would not have taken you to be only doing it for a number of years. I think, to be honest, you have that seasoned artist sound and ability to your act. I really do. And that's what impresses me. It really, really does. That's why I had to ask how long you've been doing this. So, congratulations. That's fantastic. Do not give it up. Okay? Please don't do that. And
I couldn't if I tried.
brilliant. Now, having said that, me, myself, and I, there's a bit of a story to this one as well, isn't there?
Well, yeah, I think it's ironic. It's the last song that I'm putting on this album. So I'm putting all the songs I put out over the past 7 or 8 years onto a vinyl album, and I'm excited about doing that. But this was the last song that I'm putting on. And it just makes sense because, I believe in being an independent music artist and not signed to any labels. I don't have any management. I do kind of all of it on my own, as you're aware. And I believe in, just getting things done. And whether you're in the music industry or any industry or just taking control of your life, all of that, it's a message. Just, whatever you feel like you need to do in this life, just go do it. Stop waiting on people. You're the only one who's going to get it done. And other people will help. It's not like I did everything on my own. But what happened was the belief in myself helped propel other people to believe in what I was doing and jump like we're doing right now. Chris got us in touch with each other because Chris saw something there and then you saw something. But you have to see it in yourself first because nobody else is going to see it if you don't see it there first. So that song, Me, Myself, and I, it's an anthem for everybody that just you're the one who's going to get things done and get everybody on board.
I absolutely love that. I really do. And at the same time, and I got to be honest with you, every time I see the track named Me, Myself, and I automatically think of Joan Armatrading. I'm so pleased it wasn't. Believe me. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Joined live today by Suzi Kory. Here's me, myself, and I. How you feeling, Suzi? You okay?
Yeah.
Nice. We've got 2 more to go, so we're getting through this pretty quickly, okay?
Yeah, we're just getting through this.
And I really, really appreciate you. I really do. Thank you so much for taking part in this. I know it's difficult getting onto Teams too. It really can be a testing time, so I appreciate you for doing that. I really do.
No problem. Thank you for calling me because that helps things along. Yeah, I tried to search for you. I couldn't find it, but then I saw your message. So
now I got to be honest with you. We can promote you so much here, and literally, we love your music. The noise, that's our fan base. We don't call them fans. We don't call them an army or anything like that. Army sounds very
yeah.
I don't know, but we call them the noise because they're very loud, right? So they are very constant in literally asking for your music, and they ask loudly for artist name and artist track, and that's how we put together the breakfast show every morning.
Wow.
And it's all done by the computer, and I see your name every morning, and I'm so happy. I really, really am. But I would like to be able to promote you just a little bit more. Could I forward you into a friend of ours in India? He's got a magazine.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. I'll get Barbara onto that with you because, believe me, I think you'd be pleasantly surprised. Plus, at the same time, I think you're going to be more pleasantly surprised when I give you the numbers of who's tuned in at the end of this, okay?
Thank you. By the way, I was in India last year.
Were you? Which part?
Yeah, I went to Rishikesh.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
We're going to be in Bangalore.
I'm doing an interview with a radio station in New Zealand, so hope you guys are enjoying it.
That's right. And I got to be honest with you. I got to say hi to everybody. Suzi's filming right now as well. You know, it's an absolute pleasure to have you guys joining this conversation. It's absolutely a brilliant conversation too, by the way. So thank you on all the medias that's tuned in around the world. Now, having said that, I don't think you were born in 1975.
Yes, I was.
You guys owe me. We're having a running bet here, literally, and they said to me, no, she's not born in 1975. I said, I think she is, and I've got a very classic way of asking her. All right, so thank you for answering that one. But do you realise that almost 3,000 requests have come in for it since we've been playing this?
Wow. That's crazy.
2,996 have been requesting it since we started playing it. One of the very first that we started playing, I will admit, but
Yeah.
believe me, it is such a smash hit here at Galaxy. So I want to know everything about it.
So yeah, you know, some songs that just come through you, and it just came to me, this idea of the 70s. I've been a huge fan of 70s music, and for me, probably I would consider it one of the best musical decades. Of course, there's, you know, great music all through every decade, but overall, the 70s had this just such an impact. And although I was just born in the 70s, so I didn't necessarily live through it, but I've always gone back to that music. So even to this day, when I listen to music, I listen to a lot of bands from the 70s, and it still is my favorite music. So that's what inspired that song. And of course, paying homage to the year I was born. So
You know something, you're quite right. The 70s music is the best in the world. Sort of waned off there later 80s, but as a young coming into the teens in those days, I got to live the experience of the Deep Purples and the Pink Floyds and everything coming out in those days, you know, where
Wow.
the world was finding them. You know, we were coming on the other side of the Rolling Stones because they were more a Vietnam kind of deal, if you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
the bigger bands were now coming out, like Iron Maiden, for instance, and stuff like that. It was really brilliant. And a band that I used to work with quite a lot too, a band by the name of AC/DC.
wow.
And Barbara is a very, very good friend of the founder and first singer. And he's not Bon Scott.
Oh, who was it? Because I thought it was Bon Scott.
No, Dave Evans was before Bon Scott.
Wow.
You'll have to
So
talk
how's
to...
the connection there?
Well, we did... Well, to be honest with you, we started playing his music a wee while ago. We've been doing Galaxy here for about 11 years, so we've been doing this a little while now. And we ran across Dave Evans, and he was with a band called Rabbit at the time, and we interviewed him on that, and he says, well, great, the truth is, and he gave us all this paperwork and all the evidence and everything like that to say, I'm the founder of AC/DC. And you see, I've worked with AC/DC with Brian Johnson, for instance, and would you believe the very first original drummer actually lives about an hour and a half away from here now. And his name was Philip Rudd, well, is Philip Rudd. So I've had a very close relationship with them. I'm officially, literally, the only engineer that they will use here in New Zealand. And I don't see I'm going to be getting a phone call anytime soon, you know what I mean? But but the association has always been about 3 decades long now that I've been working with them across the ditch between New Zealand and Australia.
Wow, well, that's incredible. Because you're talking to a girl. I sing country, but I'm a huge fan of rock. And you probably saw. I mean, 1975 leans more towards rock, but I like both genres.
I get it. I really, really do. And yes, I know you love country, but I can feel that rock coming out in you. Right here at Galaxy, believe me, I'm absolutely loving this. Suzi Kory is joining us live. Here's 1975. Suzi, do you have the SPCA in Canada?
Do I? Sorry.
Do you have the SPCA in Canada?
Yeah. Yeah.
You do? In the news this morning, our SPCA here in New Zealand are having an argument with our government.
Yeah.
They are. It's all about round bales of hay. Of all things, yeah. The SPCA don't think the animals are getting a square meal.
Yeah.
It took a minute. It really did. You can tell your friends that one. Oh dear. They get worse from here, honest.
That's all right.
They really do. There's some I cannot tell on radio.
Johnny Country. Yeah, I know you from Facebook.
Hey everyone on TikTok.
And that's my boss.
I was sitting here. I told him we're from New Zealand right now.
Yeah, all the way from the Antipodes. Which,
Yes.
now, why did you come to New Zealand? What was the fascination?
I've traveled the world, and it was one part of the world I hadn't been to. So I went to New Zealand and Australia all in one trip. So my goal is to visit every corner of the world before I leave this earth. So,
Okay.
that's why I've been to many, many different countries, almost every continent.
Well, you said that
Sounds
you've
like
been
my
to India
daughter.
just last year, right?
Yes,
Um,
yeah. And I went to Japan the year before that. And
Oh,
Yeah,
which part of Japan? I love Japan.
I flew into Osaka, and then I went to, into Tokyo.
Uh-huh.
And then I went to Osaka and Kyoto, and then back to Tokyo and flew back from there.
Very cool. Very, very cool. I love the people there. I really do.
Incredible, yeah.
I used to travel with an Australian band myself. I'll tell you about that after we finish this.
I know, we're going to have to talk about all this.
Believe me. Oh, dear. So, we've got a feeling it's the last one up, okay?
Okay.
And,
Really, yes, I've been to London, but hopefully I'll perform there.
London?
Yeah, someone's asked me that they hope to see me in London soon. I'm like, yeah, I've been to London, just haven't
Oh,
performed
we
there
have to
yet.
get her in touch with Nick.
Yeah, well, believe me, if you want to go to London, we can deal with it.
Let's do it. I want to come to New Zealand to perform.
What about India?
Sure.
I think they fell asleep. Let's find out.
They can play a song and then interviewing.
Where are you guys? Come on, wake up. Today, excuse me, got me going now. Excuse me. Today we're talking to Suzi Kory coming out of Toronto, and well, I absolutely love what she's been doing, but I got a question for her. Suzi, have you got anything in the can? Got anything new coming out in the near future?
Well, I mean, the last song I just put out about a week ago,
Mm.
Me, Myself, and I, which you've played. And then I'm putting all the songs that I've worked on these past 3 years onto a vinyl album. So I'm super excited to put that out. And hopefully that'll be out on December 21st, which also happens to be my birthday. So it's a gift to myself and to the world.
Did you say December the 21st?
21st, yes. In case anybody wants to buy me a gift, so everybody knows now.
Well, mine's the 22nd. Does
What?
it
Mine's
is
the
December
10th.
the 22nd.
Mine's the
Wait, that
10th.
makes you a Capricorn.
Yes.
Because I'm on the last day of the Sagittarius.
And we've got two here that are December 10.
Me.
Okay, so we got some Sagittarius in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Two of them.
we seem to have a fishing net full of them around here, to be honest with you. Well, nice to have that very special relationship with you. It really, really is.
Yeah.
Kind of gives me that feeling. It does, but at the same time, I do have to ask this. Petra, coming out of Kansas City, Kansas, is saying, Susie, as a fan, how do I get myself a cap, a koozie, and a t-shirt?
So if you go to my website, SuziKory.com, you got everything there. I got my bio, the music, some merch, and then the album's going to be on there for purchase and pre-sale before it goes on sale. So you can pre-order it all on my website, SuziKory.com.
Very cool. In fact, I might have to get you to send me a t-shirt because I'd be honoured to wear your brand while I do this. It does work. Today, I'm wearing something really bright. I really am. So, but believe me, people do go on the interwebby while we're doing these interviews and they go and find out who I'm wearing, and before you know it, there's merch sold all over the place, and it's brilliant. It really is. So, yeah, I might have to get Barbara to give you some sizes and say, please send Grant a t-shirt.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. Anything else you think might suit me as well, I'm in. I really, especially if it's pink. I like weird and outstanding colours, if you know what I
Great
mean.
colors. Yeah, that's the way to go.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of scared of getting lost in the snow.
We don't get
Especially
snow.
here.
Well, this could look like a road cone if I tried hard enough. Really good. Having said that, and thank you very much for joining us. I really got a feeling about this because, believe me, this is your most requested track, and I've got to let you know, I've put it into my playlist in my car, and that doesn't happen often. Okay?
Wow.
So
Thank you.
please, 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 please tell me why the world is going nuts over Got a Feeling.
What is what?
Why is the world going nuts over this track?
You know what? It's all going to go back to where it's supposed to be. We just have to be patient, but everything is going to work out. I promise you.
I got that feeling.
Yes,
I do.
so do I.
You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, joined today live by Suzi Kory. Got a Feeling. So very quickly, after we finish this, we'll wrap it up next. I really want to quickly talk to you about putting you into a magazine.
Uh-huh.
And if you're up for it, I might even challenge you to see if you're up for it anyway, possibly doing some shows in India.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's funny, when I was going there, I was hoping to do something, but it was just, I had made the decision to travel there really quickly, so I didn't have time to contact anybody, and I didn't have contacts. So,
Right. Okay.
yeah,
Well,
for sure. I would be
I've
totally up.
got a story for you. Believe me, I do. And it starts off about 3 years ago when, well, actually it starts off about 5 years ago when Barbara got in touch with this guy and they became friends, and he says, hey, listen, I've got a magazine and I would like you to throw some of your artists at me. And these days we only give him the best of the best. And you're in that bracket. Not only are you the best in the world, but we think you're the best of the best. So we want to put you in that magazine as well. Chris Spira is actually going to be on the cover of the magazine this month.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my fault too.
Oh, that's incredible. No, that he deserves it. He's so amazing.
He is very much so, and he impressed me enough to, for the very first time, I never asked for a cover since I've known Jay. I really haven't ever asked for anything, and this time I did, and he says, Grant, it'd be a pleasure. So Chris is on the cover.
You
He
treat
really
our
Wow.
partner.
Oh,
And
that's incredible.
it's Is it? Oh no, it's not you. Okay.
No, it's me.
Oh, it's you. Okay. I've got a receptionist running around going, it's not my phone. Because I kept going, is that you? No, it's not. But we would love to be able to forward you on to those guys in India.
I would love to do that. Yeah.
And believe me, there is a bit of a story that goes with it. And it does start about 5 years ago. And then about 3 years ago, Jay, who is the owner and editor of the magazine, said, Grant, would you like to come over and engineer a show for me? And I went, nah, no thanks. And he sort of, oh. I went, no, bro. Honestly, how many shows over the millions of shows that I've done do you think I've actually seen? He goes, don't know. And I went, none. I'm working.
Wow.
Cans on, head down. I don't get to see a show. I said, I'd rather see a show. He said, leave it with me. I'll tell you the rest after this.
God. Galaxy FM in New Zealand.
That's right, you're right, here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today we're talking to Suzi Kory. And Suzi, I've got just a couple more questions for you before we wrap this up. And the first one is, as I asked if you've got anything new in the can in the near future, well, will you come back for another interview in the near future?
Absolutely, I will. I don't think we had enough talking. We can do some more.
Absolutely. I did try to keep this as condensed, knowing, your situation at the moment. So please don't feel that it's been rushed or anything like that. I've just tried to be aware of your surroundings and your time limits. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Second question is, and I really, really would love to be able to do this. The next time you're in a recording studio, how would you like to do me some voice drops and say, hi, it's Suzi Kory. You can hear me on Galaxy 107 FM, something like that.
Absolutely. Actually, you know what? I've done that on my phone for a lot of people, and it comes up pretty good because at home I have some good insulation. So I promise you I'll do that. Okay.
Believe me, it doesn't usually come up too well with us here with our equipment. So if it can be on an MP3, we'd certainly love to be able to,
Sure,
if it's of good quality, because believe me, our guys in there, they're very, very pedantic on what they put into the system. You know what I mean?
Perfect. Well, I'd love to do that for the station.
Thank you, because the more times people hear your name and your voice, the more they go and find out who you are and what you sing. You know what I mean? And it's just one of those little quirky things that we love to be able to do for people, is let them know exactly who's part of Galaxy and part of the Galaxy family, which I'm going to welcome you into now. Thank you very, very much, and welcome to the Galaxy family. But we are going to have to wrap it up right now. Please don't go anywhere, because we're going to take a couple of pickies. This is going to be, believe me, within seconds of finishing this, it's going to be on YouTube, knowing Barbara. But she'll also do a movie, take a couple of pickies, incorporate everything in there. And I usually say, friends and family, they'll love it because it's you. They know you. You know what I mean? I usually say, show it to somebody you don't like. I'm just that kind of guy, you know what I mean? And if you know musicians, they hang out with musicians. So sooner or later, somebody's going to go, hey, I know Suzi, and I got a band too. It keeps Barbara working, it does. Suzi Kory, thank you so much for joining us today. Been a pleasure to meet you.
Same here, thank you.
Hang in there. But in the meantime, folks, thank you so much for joining us. And why not join myself and Barbara tomorrow morning between the hours of 5 a.m. and 10 for the breakfast show. Well, just after 5 anyway. Barbara's got to have a cup of tea. She does. So join us then here at Galaxy, and it's an absolute pleasure to have you. See you tomorrow morning. Happy radio, everyone. How was that?